Well, I washed my hair, and then I don't know if you can tell that it's raining. Well, it was raining, so just by the time I came back, oh my, I got a little rained on. I was like, it's a good thing I did my hair. Well, it's going to be very interesting. I started looking at this book that was sent to me, and um, it it's about uh, this one person's experience in America and being black, and he's a male. So I'll talk more about it after I really read it. But it's been I didn't sleep last night, so but um, Trump is in he should be in Asia by now, and I guess we'll be having a break from his tweeting, and like I sort of lost my Twitter account. So anyway, I think in some ways I think that we're we're seeing the beginning of some indictments for Trump, and what I hope that they do is get him for racketeering, and I think it's the Rio Act. I'm not sure about that right now, where a state can prosecute you, like New York, New Jersey, maybe even Florida, Virginia, wherever he has been, um, where he cannot give himself immunity, or he cannot, you know, he will do time on the state level. Where um, right now they're looking at treason, actually, with with him getting help from Russia to win the election. I think the number one thing that we have to really keep in mind at this time is, how do we not have this happen again? There's a couple of things that I really have analyzed over. One of them is the electric college. Okay. Um, Cheating, dirty tricks, and stuff like that. And I guess I shouldn't call it electric college stuff, but that's how I see it. I think every person's vote should count. Um, um, Two, they have to do something with having a paper trail behind the ballot, behind because everything cannot be like electronic, um, or computerized, or however. Um, so that's the other thing. Um, and thirdly, I think that we have to have our people that are that are being elected, um, put country and state before greed. Because as it stands now, like, I don't know if they still have these super PACs where they're not really disclosing who's putting money into them. Um, and I think that's the problem with Trump. Where did he get his money from? Where has he been getting his money from? Why are these Russians staying at his place? Why is he saying he doesn't have any business with Russia when over the years we see that he has, with like Miss Universe, that was held over in Russia, his wife that he married, and so he has and the people that he surrounded himself around, he's getting a little bit better. The people that he surrounded himself around have all done business in Russia. And I think the only thing in our favor at getting Trump is that they're used to doing their business in such a way that it's always harmful, it's always negative. They're always creating enemies when they need not to. and they're always striking out. Like he said, like, well, you can't, he's said so much is that, um, he's always on the defense. So Barry, I think pretty much the con artist is that he is being con. I think Putin is. I think Putin is way too smart for him. Um, and I think Trump is used to dealing, and I don't mean no offense to the state police, but I think he's used to working with New York police, working with people, because when he first came in, he brought in different cities' police. Um, it, you're working on it's a different level. FBI is sort of like the police, but they're on a different level. That and um, it, 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 um, it's just a different level. He's on a different level as a president than being a con artist or a reality show actor. Really, that Apprentice, all it was like a giant ad with ads in between. But so we'll see. We'll see. It looks like with Trump has already stated enough to convict him, have enough evidence. It's just the people surrounding him collaborating. It looks like they will already have tapes, probably because Trump said something. Oh, I hope you got those tapes or whatever. So they probably gave him the idea. Let's go ahead and tape them. Probably were that. So, and a lot of these people, they're not going to want to do the time because Trump, he's not faithful to anybody. So I don't know how long. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And you have to understand the Republicans. The Republicans is being played by the Chinese because the Chinese are more mastermind and hacking. They might be, totally helping the Russians. They have certain interests that are sort of the same when it comes to how they see the United States. White Americans, it might not be as loved as they assume they are here in the United States. Yeah, and that's something of an illusion, because we will judge people on an individual. I mean, like, I still think about the people in Puerto Rico and the surrounding islands over there in the Atlantic that was hit by Maria and the previous hurricane also that really devastated these islands. And I think about I was like thinking to myself, I was like, oh, there's some Puerto Ricans, that I grew up around, and I was like, and some of them I was like very close to, and some I couldn't care less, but I wouldn't wish the struggle they're going through. I've been in a Hurricane Katrina when I was in New Orleans. I was in the Superdome for 6 nights and 6 days. So before I was moved out of there, went to Texas, and and the police in Texas is also very crazy. So we do have a problem with the police on the city level, but the FBI cannot function on the same level. They cannot overlook white collar crime or be part of the situation instead of helping the situation. Because like what I was gonna what I was gonna allude to was with China and Russia, they're gonna play that race card that that Europe, believe me, knows all about neo Nazis, and they have experience. They know what they want to hear, and they also know the damage that it has done uh, uh, because of the and, and Putin, yeah, and Putin is very smart. Anyway, I just really want to show the weather. I guess I guess I'm gonna go to back. I'm going to sleep in a little while. But my hair got wet again, but it looks like it's dry. It's just a little damp, so I'll probably hit it with the hair dryer one more time, just to knock some of this moisture out. It's, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So anyway, I'm sort of excited. I think that Mueller, uh, of the FBI, that's investigating the situation with the collusion with Trump and Russia and his ties with Russia. I think and it's funny because Trump has he's like in some of the videos it's like he's sending a direct message to Russia, like when he's talking about, oh, I feel like I'm in prison in the White House. I think he was saying that to Putin. He's talking about, oh, well, I can't do nothing about the justice system, because it's a separate the way our constitution is set up, uh, so that we can have the United States not been taken over by a coup or have some type of person with hostile intents, and and Trump just has to go from the way he just disrespects people, and um, it's not like he's just attacking the wrong people. I think that he should have been trying to draw more Americans in on his side and dealt with the reality that most people have to go through every day. And but I think that's going to be his downfall, because he has that calm mentality where things like, oh, like he's getting old because everybody's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And like I ain't saying but like the history in New York, the history of the white people that came to New York, like was Ellison Island, and about the women that was single, like when his mom's sister came over, right? They took them straight out to be prostitutes, and pretty much you could just buy them, uh, uh, white people, what they call them, indentured slaves, like they came over, asked what a price, and she did quite well. It's like she enjoyed, going around the city collecting the coins out of the washers and dryers. I guess that's what she was allowed to keep. Her husband's making money off of the rest, whatever. And but you know what I'm saying. So she didn't have time to raise no child. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what I'm saying. And and they ain't never spoke about his mom. You know what I'm saying? And the way he thinks about women, disrespects women. You know what I'm saying? He has a mother complex. You know what I'm saying? Look how he treats his daughter, Ivanka. Oh, come here. Look how pretty Ivanka is. You know what I'm saying? Like he's always like he pimping her out all the time. So we'll see if we can get. They're treating the situation with Trump and the people that he brought in as being part of the in coalition with the Russian mafia, and the Russian mafia is Vladimir Putin. So, and that's what Putin went to school for, is exactly what he's doing to Trump. Trump's in his debt. Trump's being played, and that's how it always ends up. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just that he's not that. It's becoming very obvious that he's not that smart. People have been using him with the money he has. That's why he has filed bankruptcy so many times. If he was smart enough, he wouldn't have to do it. I personally think that he gave his brother all that alcohol with his moron ass, thinking that he was going to get his brother money and forgetting that his brother had a wife and children. And I'm saying that he had started his own family. So whatever. That's why he sued his brother. He don't have no sympathy. He has no empathy. That's because he ain't never had a mother's love. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he want to do is go get his dick wet or go grab some pussy when it comes to a woman. He don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't care about it. That's why he has. Never mind. I think he's gonna. And I'm so happy he's so paranoid because, like, like if a Democrat tells him, "Hey, Trump, for your for your for your benefit, you stop treating me," he's like, "Oh yeah, well, that's what I would do. Tell them." You know what I'm saying? He thinks everybody's hateful, narcissistic. Like him, he can't see no other way. So, you know, that's what I mean. He has no what do you call it when he doesn't have he don't have nobody's back. You know what I'm saying? Like Flynn, a son-in-law. I bet you when it even comes to Ivanka, you know what I'm saying? He gonna even let her go. You know what I'm saying? You need to think about it. And Trump Jr. He didn't fall far. Apple don't fall far from the tree. You know what I'm saying? He already opened up his mouth and said he was doing plenty of business with Russia and they was getting finance from Russia. It's on tape. So yeah, well, they'll probably the FBI Mueller probably already looked at a lot of tapes or videos. Um, is there a lot out there that were they're telling you that they think they're mobsters and that some of their actions they did with like Trump University where they just out and out fraud the people, you know, took them for their money and was taking them from all their money, and they have people that work for them that can testify. So basically, they've been flaunting, and they've been working real hard to let everybody know, even if they want to blame everybody. I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that whatever civil war that you want to start with black people, yeah, you might as well just have like another what did they have like in the '60s, another sexual revolution. You get 'em around and been a bunch of Yankers watching sports all day. If you really think, yeah, you go ahead, have the cops shoot some more people. Have them come down with, you could get the black cops to come down there and fuck up the neighborhood. But anyway, I think Trump and his family and the people surrounding him, Steve Banner and all of them and Flint, they've worked really hard um, to flaunt, what they have and who they are, and like try to make a big deal of who they are and make themselves, seem as important to everybody else as they seem to themselves. So I think you're gonna deserve whatever you get with the special investigation fines, and I think that we have no choice but to impeach Trump to save the Constitution. He's leaving us no choice. So far, what he has done for like ever since he's uh, since he since January, uh, the 9 months so that he's been here, 10 so what anyway, he has shown that he has no respect uh, uh, for for the citizens of America, except for maybe his small select group that is undermining our Constitution, regardless under if they is under white supremacists or neo Nazis or oh we gotta protect our history, keep these statues up. Whatever excuse they're using is undermining the security of the United States. It's making it easier for Russia to play this chaos game that they're playing, and uh, China's best business for them is to keep America's education and our food to where we're not making people that are healthy. That we have epidemic of opioids, be it heroin, cocaine, uh, that is causing problems, that's causing hepatitis C, that's causing other type of different, God forbid, hepatitis. You got bad water, like in Flint, you get hepatitis A from that. You still have the AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis epidemic when it comes to um, sexual transmitted diseases, uh, uh, and cancer, be it colon cancer or breast cancer. We do have a problem with cancer in the United States. So, in the air quality, we have children that have bad cases of asthma. So we are being devastated, and we're not concentrating uh, on our real issues and or solutions while we are too busy being divided. And as Abraham Lincoln said, a house divided cannot stand. So I think that um, the Chinese are just going to eat Trump up because Trump too busy being on the defense, and I'm ready to fight anybody, and you come for me, I'm going to come for you, and all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That China's just going to eat him alive. You know. Putin's too smart for him. The guy in North Korea is too smart for him. The guy in South Korea, Japan, Mexico, they're too smart for him. And I think that makes him more on the defense. So we need to impeach him. We need to get him out. He's a danger to our Constitution. He's a danger to the security of the United States. We can't have somebody with his mentality and his mindset and his type of treason, traitor act in the White House with his finger on the button.